My name is Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. You know, I ran out of peppers this morning, ate the last 2 peppers. I had peppers should be arriving today, but it's Columbus Day. So the mail's not running. So do you know what a chili head does when the mail isn't run and you want to eat a pepper? You go to the store. Look at this. That could be the thumbnail right there. I don't know. It's pretty cool. What a great pepper, huh? This is the first time I reviewed an Anaheim, I think. I may have eaten a minute video with other peppers, but I don't think I've ever reviewed one. I hope you're having a great day today. Let me tell you a little bit about the Anaheim Pepper, people. As the name suggests, the Anaheim Pepper is named after a city in California. The former Emilio Ortega of the Mexican food fame brought them to California via New Mexico. This is a really cool fact that I didn't know. Let me know if you know this, if you knew this. They're very similar to the Hatch chili pepper. In fact, here's the weird part. The 2 peppers started life as the same thing because one is cultivated in California and one in New Mexico. They taste slightly different. The temperature, soil, and climate of the 2 places differ, creating variations in the flavor of the peppers. The Anaheim pepper is medium size. It's a little bit bigger than medium, if you ask me. Average is 6 to 10 inches long. I guess that's average, I guess. They are typically used in cooking when they are still green. You can find them under a variety of names such as New Mexico peppers, California chili, and Magdalena. They have a high water content. They pack a lot of flavor with very few calories. Listen to this. They're loaded with vitamin C, vitamin A, iron, and potassium. How spicy is it? Well, I'm going to find out, but let me tell you what they say about it. Anaheim peppers are quite mild. In fact, mild enough that many people eat them raw. Crazy people. They rank from 500 to 1,000 SHUs, which is Scoville heat units. For reference, a bell pepper are basically 0, while jalapenos can be as hot as 8,000. I think they sometimes can get hotter. Anyway, however, on the heat level varies depending on where they are grown. The peppers harvested in California are not nearly as spicy as the one grown in New Mexico. The Anaheim pepper can be described as smoky, sweet, and tangy, and does have a little heat, but not the kind of that lingers. Just a little, just as in the very spicy ones. Here's another funny thing. You guys know that this is so across the board. Someday I'll make a video about this, but not today. There are a ton of peppers that have a name when they're fresh, but the minute you dry them, they have a different name. Do you guys know that? Anaheim chilies when dried, they are called chili seco del norte. These are the most mild form of dried chili peppers available. Chili seco del norte is commonly found in chili powder. There, I talked enough about the Anaheim pepper. Now I'm going to cut this thing open. I'm going to eat it. I'm not sure if I can eat the whole thing because that's a big pepper, but I'll eat some of it. I'm super excited to see the inside of this thing. But what a gorgeous pepper. Beautiful, stunning, dark green. Right? Just so pretty. Could that be the thumbnail? Right there? Possibly. Anyway, let's get to it. Look at the way this is. I didn't cut it well enough. Hang on. Okay, so I have 2 halves. I'm going to show you both. Here's one half. It's a thick-walled pepper. It's a very bright green, almost grassy aroma. But there's one side. You'll see that vein running the entire length of the pepper, thick-walled. A few little seeds on the bottom. But the other half is, and it's just like when you cut open a bell, sometimes the placenta ends up on one half and not the other. Here's the placenta. Of course, that could be a good picture too. There's the placenta and a lot of seeds in there, but beautiful green color. It's just gorgeous. It does have a grassy aroma. All right. And then I'm going to address a question that's been asked a lot lately. It was asked 3 times today. So I'm going to address that, but what a beautiful smelling pepper. Ladies and gentlemen, the Anaheim Pepper. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is JC. I'm tapping out. It's way too hot. I'm not getting any smoky notes. It's delicious, though. It almost has a bit of a grassy flavor, which I find really neat. It's tangy and piping hot. I'm kidding. But it's so good in cooking. You can stuff these. If you want to cut them up and just, cut them up and saute them, put them in anything you're cooking. It really is a good flavoring, good tasting pepper. As far as the heat, it's very mild. It's funny, in that little piece that I read to you, some people eat them raw. Some people eat primatalis raw. It is what it is, people. Now, I'm not going to eat all the seeds and the placenta, so I'm going to pull that part out. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to answer a question that's been asked a bunch. The seeds, by the way, of an Anaheim pepper are much larger. I wish I had a regular seed to compare it to. The size of that seed is much bigger than most peppers. If you look at a seed from like a 7-pot Primo compared to this, it's half the Primo is half the size. Now, while I eat the other half of this pepper, I'm going to answer a question that's just been asked a lot. 3 times today, like I said. You may have seen it in the comments. Are you still moving to Australia? Yes. So here's the deal. I'm deeply in love with an amazing woman. I just got off the phone with her. Here's the scoop. I'm a non-drinker and I don't do drugs. However, I got an infraction, a DWI. It is what it is. I've been honest about it. Years ago, before I got sober, obviously. It was not a felony, okay? And I spent, I didn't have to go to jail for it. It was just a felony. I paid a fine, expensive one. It was a good lesson. Now, what keeps you out of Australia is if you are a felon, or if you have spent 120 days incarcerated. Neither. I'm not a felon. I have not spent time in prison, okay? So when I went to get my visa, I have $6,000, almost $6,000, $5,000 and change, in plane tickets I bought that are sitting in American Airlines. And I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose that money because of what's going on. Let me explain. I went to get my visa, and when I was getting my visa, it said, have you ever been arrested for something? Even if it's been expunged, you need to tell us. Now, expunged means, for those of you who don't know, expunged means it's been wiped from your record and you can't find it. It doesn't appear. If somebody pulls up a record of you, it does not appear. Here's the cool thing. I wasn't attempting to get this expunged. However, they expunged it, and I don't even know why, which is nice. So it's, in essence, it's a non-event. Because you pull up my record, it's not there. You don't see it. But I'm telling you it happened. in an attempt to be very honest, and here's why I was really honest. Number one, I'm an honest person. Number two, the other fear was, well, if I say, oh, you know, it's expunged, I'm not going to say anything about it. My fear was, I'm going to move over there, and I'm going to be with my family. They're going to knock on my door one day and say, Johnny, you need to come with us, and they'll send me back because I didn't disclose that information. All right, so when they asked me if I'd ever been arrested for anything, I said yes, and I explained them the whole situation. So I was rejected for my visa. And then but the day they rejected me, they said, now, it's not over, you just need to fill out, go and, there's a few things you need to do. Click on this link, and I did. And I forget the code, there's a excuse me, Pepper Burp from Anaheim. I went to fill out this, they needed some extra information from me. What they needed was an FBI background check, fingerprints and all. Here's the crazy thing, they wouldn't even use old fingerprints. They needed to use brand new ones. So I had to go get fingerprinted, and I got an FBI criminal background check. The crazy thing is, if you look at it, the infraction that is making me do all this doesn't even appear on there because it's been expunged. So, in addition to that, I had to get a background check in the state where it happened, the state that I live in. So 3 background checks I have to get. Like all those other ones. The FBI supersedes all of them, but it's what they want. So I did that. Then they want 2 years of tax returns. Got that. They want 4 years of bank records. I gave them that. And they wanted a whole bunch of references. I gave them that. And they still rejected me, which it was like getting kicked in the stomach. So I called I had to stay up real late, called the consulate in Australia. By the way, if anybody from the consulate's watching this, what a nice group of people. If you deal with customer service with any country, they're so sweet and so nice and so customer friendly. They really are. They were super nice to me. They said, no, you're not disqualified. I said, well, can you explain to me why this happened? I'm a good guy. I mean, I try to be a good guy. So this is the essence of what they said. It's essentially, it falls down on the person who worked that day. Do it again. They told me to fill it out and do it again, and hopefully it'll get better. So that's what I'm working with. I've done it twice now. The third one's in process. I'm waiting to hear if it gets approved or not. It's a drag. Will I get there? Absolutely. Not even a hiccup for Bree and I. She loves me. I love her. I love her kids. They love me. I love her dad. He loves me. We talk every day for hours. So I will get there, and or I will die trying. It's just that simple. The crazy thing is, if I were Australia, I'd want me there. I'm a good guy. I have a channel that the people, I've been there, been all around the world, and people kind of like me. So, I'm not a threat. I'm good for Australia. I'd want me there. It's crazy. It really is. So, but the good news is this. I have another one in progress, and we're crossing our fingers. Hopefully it'll work. But this thing that I'm doing that I haven't been able to tell you about, believe it or not, it's going to help me. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to get there. And when I tell you about it later, and as you know, when you get to hear about it, I'll explain why that is. But I want to address that. Bree and I are absolutely still an item. She loves me a lot, and I love her a lot. So I want to answer that question. Here's the crazy thing. A lot of people are going to watch this video, but a lot aren't. So I'm going to get that question tomorrow or the next day from somebody who didn't see this video. But at least if they do, I can refer them to this video. But that was in Anaheim. It's a great pepper. It's got a grassy, green, fresh taste, crisp, and it's tangy, by no means hot. It's a great pepper to cook with, to stuff. It's just a great pepper. If you've had Anaheim or you like Anaheim, please go to the comment section. Let me know how you eat them, how you cook with them, what do you do, how do you prepare them? I'd love to know. But we're going to wrap it up now. I love you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. That was my review of the Anaheim Pepper. In the description box, you're going to see all the normal stuff down there. So please check them out. Right there, you're going to see my pepper. It's mine unless you've clicked on it. Then it's ours. So click that pepper to become part of this. If you don't want to miss a video, click the bell for notification. Really great channel right there that's changing lives. The Lifeboat. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. Actually, not every day. 5 days a week. There's a live stream. that deals with recovery and living your best life. So if you have any kind of issue with anything, I promise you, that channel will help. So please go check out the life. I almost said the Love Boat. It's a love boat. There's a lot of love over there. It's a judgment-free site. It's incredible channel, I should say. So please go check out my brother's channel. Give him a follow. Get on the boat. You're on the bus. Get on the boat. I love you guys a lot. Right there, more videos. Hey, I'm Johnny Scoble. Thank you for hanging with me today. This was Chase the Heat.